Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I'm your host as always, Thomas100 aka TheXploder, and welcome to something brand new. It is League of Legends Champion Reviews. Oh yes, I'm starting to review champions from League of Legends now. Sue me, or punch me in the dick. I don't care, I'm gonna do it. But I'm not here alone for this, because this is the first time, and this is going to be a recurring theme whenever I do a champion review. I'm not going to be reviewing them on my own. No, I'm going to be reviewing them with someone else who either has played League of Legends for a considerable amount of time, or is a new guy to League of Legends, or is a pretty damn pro player when it comes to it. And I'm actually joined by a really good mate of mine. We've been friends for, what, 5?
To clarify, by the way, TheXploder, to clarify, I do not like to consider myself pro, mostly because I do not play ranked, and I refuse to play ranked.
Well, I didn't even say you were pro.
So,
no offense. I wasn't trying to punch. Well, I wasn't trying to punch.
Anyway,
you
it's me, Killer4716.
There you go. It's Killer. It's TheXploder. It's time to review. And because this is the first champion review we're doing, who are we reviewing today, Killer?
We're reviewing a very, very old favorite and my very first champion that I was actually good at, Master Yi.
One of the originals. The man.
The man with, what, 7 eyeballs?
He is Mr. WuJu. That is...
Well, aside with his apprentice Wukong, but yes, he is the master of WuJu Style.
Exactly. Literally, if you had him and Psy in a dance contest, Psy would be doing Gundam style, Master Yi would be doing WuJu style, and completely kicking Psy's ass all the time.
What exactly is this dance? I've seen Master Yi's dance a million times, but I still don't know what it is.
Isn't it just like he's got his legs out, shoulder width apart, and he's just shaking them. He's just doing chicken legs. And just going crazy with his sword. It's like...
It can't possibly be the chicken dance, because Anivia does the chicken dance.
Yeah, it's not the chicken dance, but it's just strange. I've never really thought of that. Like, I've just seen Yi's dance and thought, really? Because you have so many champions out there that have really cool dances, and then you just have Yi's dance, which is lazy. It just feels lazy and slapped on.
Because, again, Master Yi is one of the older champions, and there are so many new champions out these days.
Oh yeah. Okay, and keeping this in mind, we're reviewing Master Yi as of the 9th of December of 2012, so if he does get later down the line and you're watching this is how Yi is as of now. So, keep that in mind. So first,
and it's been a while since he's been patched, either buffed or debuffed or bug fixes.
Very true. So, first thing to bring up, Killer, when it comes to Master Yi, skins. What's your favorite skin for Master Yi?
Skins.
What is your favorite skin?
All right, favorite skin. First of all, let me just say, oh my god, I am finally glad that after 1,000 years they have finally updated his classic portrait.
Oh, his classic portrait is just so good now.
And it looked just so ancient, like, as if it's never been changed.
It's perfect for Yi. What else is there to say? It shows his, like, ethnical background. It shows how badass he is and how fast he is because of his sword slash. And the beard. The beard just makes it.
Yeah, they finally show how awesome the beard is.
The beard is the shit. His classic portrait is just badass.
As for other skins, I like several of the skins for several different reasons. I like Assassin Yi because he looks like he's from the dark side. But equally, I like Chosen Master Yi because he's a freaking Jedi.
Yeah, literally, you get Chosen Master Yi if you do want to represent a Star Wars kid. Like, that's the skin. That's the skin where you go into a fight and you are like, may the Force be with you, bitch, as you Alpha Strike him across the face.
As for Samurai, and Highlander, no, that's Headhunter. They never really got on to me. But
really?
my personal Yeah, really. But my personal favorite, for obvious reasons, is Ionian Master Yi.
Yes. Yes.
It looks pink, but in game it's actually like a slightly bright red. It looks amazing.
The portrait looks great. The in-game it looks great. It's the perfect skin for Yi. It shows his elegance, it shows his poise, it shows his power, and plus, it's red, and he's deadly, which just sums him up. How can you not beat that? So you might look at the pinkiness of like the jewel encrusted blade, and you might just think, oh no, they've just done a pink Yi. It could be worse. It could be Tarek. Let's face it. It's not.
They already did.
It's not cheerleader Tarek going, hey, yo. No. It's Yi. He can pull it off. It's as simple as that. Like my take on it all. Like, for you, Headhunter and Samurai never clicked. Like,
yeah.
is there a reason for that, or is it just no?
I just think that if I was to select a skin for Master Yi, I would go with Assassin, Chosen, or Ionia. One of those three.
Rather than
those three are possibly best.
Ah, got you. Like, for me, like, if we, like, let's get this straight. I think we can both agree, both of our favorite skin for Yi is Ionia Master Yi, just because it is ultimate. It is great.
Really?
Like, it's my favorite.
I thought it would have been like Chosen or something like that.
Now, for me, that's my favorite. Just because it sums up Yi in a nutshell. It's just awesome.
And I don't like Samurai and Headhunter apparently as much as you do. So, what is it about Headhunter and Samurai that you like?
Well, Samurai for me, like, outside of League of Legends, I'm a massive Dynasty Warriors fan. I love the Chinese mythos and all the Dynasty Wars and things like that happened back centuries ago. And when I saw Samurai Yi, I was like, OMG, it's a guy from Dynasty Warriors in League of Legends. They basically did to Yi what they did to Xin Zhao. And I completely went ballistic and I was like, hell fucking yes, it's about time. Like, if you were going to give someone a samurai outfit, give it to Yi. Like, Samurai Tryndamere, you cannot see.
I can actually see Samurai Yi being the only samurai.
Yeah. Like, what I said about Tryndamere potentially becoming a samurai could happen, but if Tryndamere had a samurai skin, he wouldn't have a samurai blade, he would have a Kodachi, a two-handed big-ass blade. Because it fits Tryndamere being a big-ass blade wielder, while Yi needs a blade that goes with him, which is fast, quick, agile, and Samurai Master Yi does that. Now, I don't like it as much as Headhunter, just because the portrait is good, but in-game it just doesn't add up. In-game
and that's why I don't like those skins.
In-game, Samurai just feels a little bit dull to me. It's missing something. But if they look over that skin in the future and add that something, it'll be a great skin. It'll be a great skin. Moving on to Headhunter, I love this for one reason. It's Predator. Master Yi as a Predator. That's it. What would happen if Master Yi was half human, half Predator? He would be Headhunter Master Yi. Simple as. And I'm a massive Predator fan. Like, the old school film with Arnie just going, come on, do it now! Like, I can picture that right here, where you got Master Yi in a bush, looking over everything, in the bot lane, and you just got Master Yi thinking in his head, these guys must be going, come on, do it! Come out of the bush! Do it now! And it's just that essence of, he looks awesome in this skin. He looks deadly, he looks like he's gonna kill someone. This is the skin you go as if you're jungling with Master Yi. Because it suits completely.
Okay, I can kind of see that.
Yeah. Like, in-game, Master Yi in the jungle with this skin is badass. With this skin in other lanes, it just stands out. and it doesn't fit in other areas. But if you're Jungle Yi and you use this skin, well fucking done. Just well done. I will give you a fiver just for doing that on its own. I will give you those riot points to get another skin. You deserve it. But yeah, that's my 2 cents on those skins.
Okay, fair enough.
Now, skins aside, let's move on to the more serious things of Master Yi. Let's get serious. Very serious.
Let's get to the things make Master Yi Master Yi.
Exactly. The abilities. The things that make Master Yi a dangerous force to be reckoned with. Starting off, first things first, of course, with his passive. Double Strike. Master Yi strikes twice every 7th attack. Straightforward.
I assume I'm gonna. It's his Q.
Well, we'll move on to his Q in a minute.
Or are we going to? All right.
We'll move on to his Q in a minute, but with Double Strike, it's straightforward. You attack your opponent 7 times, and then on the 7th attack, it's wah-wah! Simple as.
And I don't like how several people just completely ignore his Double Strike. In the lanes, it's actually pretty important.
Oh hell yeah! Like heck, Jungle Yi with Double Strike, it makes his jungle so much better. Cause in the early stages when you're really weak and you need to get rid of jungle as fast as possible, Double Strike just helps you out so much. And with the new items that have just recently came in for the pre-season 3 patch, it's immense. It just means his jungle can be so much faster than everyone else early game, just because of Double Strike and the new items that are in for jungling. It's great.
Also, his passive Double Strike, that's one of the very few reasons, actually no, it's one of the many reasons why I like to get attack speed and critical chance with Master Yi.
Oh yeah, because what? You have enough speed so that your 7th attack comes up very fast, very consistently, and then you have enough crit chance so that when you Double Strike, you crit with 2 hits on your 7th attack.
Keep in mind that the second strike in Double Strike will also add on hits, whatever they're called.
On hit effects.
On hit effects, yes.
It's just a solid, great ability for people going as AD Yi or Crit Yi. I have no complaints. It's great. It's neglectable.
Shall we move on to his Q?
It's great. Yeah, we'll move on. Q!
Alright,
Alpha Strike. Master Yi leaps across the battlefield with blinding speed. Yeah, it literally makes you go Nyum! Dealing magic damage to multiple units in his path with a chance to deal bonus magic damage to minions.
Not to be confused with attack damage.
Yes. This is the ability. Obviously, you get Alpha Strike early on. To 1, get in there, and 2, to basically get your minions. But late game, it is your initiating ability. You pop WuJu Style on yourself so that you're ready to go. You burst in there with Alpha Strike and you rip your opponent to shreds. It's as simple as that.
And I've learned a trick with Alpha Strike. First off, Alpha Strike will leap to your first initial target. But if your initial target dies during the animation, then you will simply pop back right where you casted the ability.
Very true.
If you can coordinate this really well with your teammates, you can attack a minion that's almost dead, and they can attack it while you're in Alpha Strike, and you can use Alpha Strike to harass the enemy team, but you can still appear safely right next to the tower.
Exactly. It's a great poker. It's a great get in there and finish off the job ability. It is just a great ability overall. Alpha Strike just makes Yi brilliant.
But not overpowered.
Not overpowered, but brilliant. Which is a nice balance. Very nice balance.
Well, we'll get to the overpowered part in a minute.
Exactly. We'll cover that in a second. Next, meditate. The W that I have not seen a single person that gets slightly agitated with meditate just because of what it does. But in case you don't know what it does, Master Yi rejuvenates his body by focus of mind, restoring health and increasing his armor and magic resistance for a short time. In other words, oh no, I'm incredibly hurt, I need to heal myself. Oh look, meditate, back to full health.
Well, that's if you're building AP, which, again, we'll get to that in a second.
Oh yeah.
But attack damage, Yi, which is how I build him, it's not as good. It can give you some tankiness, and it can give you some healing for the jungle. And Meditate is good for resisting ultimates such as Karthus' ultimate.
Yes.
But, it's not going to be one of your major overpowered moves if you're going attack damage Yi.
Oh, very true. Like, this is... Like, if you're going as AD Yi, you use Meditate when you're out of a... Like, you've been in a fight, you've tried to do... You've done what you have done, you've gotten either slightly damaged or seriously damaged, and you need to get back up to health. You need to get back up to enough health to get back in there and help out your team. So you just step out of a fight for a bit, you meditate, and you run back in.
Something to note, however, Meditate is a channel, so if you move, then it's cancelled. If you even pause to drink a health pot, it's cancelled. So you're going to have to drink your health pot and then meditate. Also, silences, suppresses, stuns, they'll all cancel the Meditate.
Very true. Meditate is very good when you know you don't have any really big worries around you. But if you're using it in the middle of a team fight so that you do not die, be very careful, because you'll be knocked up, you'll be stunned, you'll be silenced, you'll be immobilized, you'll be all the statuses.
Actually,
and you'll be screwed.
I'm not entirely sure if Immobilize will cancel it.
Immobilize won't cancel it, but Immobilize will basically make it so that once you are done meditating, you can't move, and you're very susceptible to a stun or a knock up or a knockback, something that can just screw you over just like that.
It also depends on when you were snared. So if you get snared at the very beginning of your cast, then most likely you're going to be able to finish your meditate after the snare wears off.
Oh yeah.
But if you get snared just as you finish, well, damn.
It's very true. Like, Meditate is one of the more interesting abilities to have on a champion that can mostly be seen as an AD champion, but obviously we'll get to the builds later on. But it's a solid ability for what it does. It's not too overpowered because it's susceptible to, as you said, stuns, knockups, knockbacks, things that can obviously stop it. It's a channel, so you have to use Meditate, wait it out, and then move on. You can't do 10 things at once while you're meditating. It's just there for your convenience, and it works. Simple as. Now, if we move on to Master Yi's E, which is my favourite, well, it's my favourite ability of Yi's in Yi's ability set, personally.
I don't like to say that it's my favorite, but I know how important it is.
Yeah, like this on like basically, if you're jungling as Yi, you need this early on. You need this, or else. Like, your jungle could be so much better with this early on, I'm not even kidding. But, here we go. WuJu Style. No Gundam style references. We've already done one, not doing two. So yeah, WuJu Style. Master Yi becomes skilled in the art of WuJu, passively increasing the power of his physical attacks. Activating WuJu Style doubles the passive bonus damage for a short time, but the passive bonus is temporarily removed after the effect wears off. So basically, you use it, you have double AD, which is pretty damn badass, and then after the time that you have with it, it's on cooldown and you're just down to whatever your AD is, and you have no bonus.
I'm trying to think of something to commentate on WuJu Style, but like, I can find something to commentate, or note
Comment.
on, but comment, yeah, thank you. For the Chosen Master Yi skin, as for the Jedi skin, if you do not have WuJu Style either activated or at all, then his lightsaber will be green. If you have the passive at least activated, then your lightsaber will be blue. But if you have WuJu Style on and active, then it will be red. Another reason why I like Chosen Master Yi, because of the red lightsaber when I activate WuJu.
It's just like, oh, you've just pissed me off, dark side.
But as for WuJu Style, it's very, very important. It's part of your initial combo when you move in. I'm not sure what else to say about WuJu Style other than... Oh, I know what I can say about it. This is actually what makes AP Yi not useless.
There you go. There you go.
I have absolutely no idea how the hell...
I have
absolutely no idea how the hell AP Master Yi can deal so much damage with just his auto attacks. It's stupid.
Yeah, then you look at WuJu Style and you're like, oh, now I see. It's like as if you've been playing the game for so long and you're like, it still doesn't add up. Then you'd spend 2 seconds looking into it and it's, really? I overshot this? Why? It's what? It just shocks you. And yeah, WuJu Style, it's great. On Yi, it just like as I said, it's my favorite ability out of Master Yi's ability set. It just makes Yi. WuJu Style, it just makes Yi that powerhouse that you want on your team.
In my personal opinion, however, it's not WuJu Style that makes Master Yi Master Yi. What makes Master Yi is his ultimate.
Oh, and we're hopping onto that right now. The ultimate. Like, out of most of the ultimates in the game, this is up there. This is like one of my top 5 ultimates in the entire game. I'm putting that out there right now. Just so everyone knows. This is one of my top 5. So, Highlander. Master Yi moves with unparalleled agility, temporarily increasing Master Yi's movement speed and attack speeds, as well as making him immune to all slowing effects. Additionally, killing a champion refreshes all of Master Yi's cooldowns.
What is not mentioned in that text that TheXploder just read was if you get an assist while Highlander is activated, then it will refresh all of Master Yi's cooldowns by half of their cooldown amount.
So in other words, even if you activate Highlander and you don't get a kill out of it, you still get the benefit of getting an assist. Because you get
not
an
as
assist.
much, though.
Yeah, not as much. Like, it will only be worth it if you have like 2 champions and you assist on both of them, and then your cooldowns will be back to normal again. But if it's just on the one guy, if it's just on one guy in the middle of a lane and you're ganking him just to get rid of him, it's okay if you get an assist. But if you're chasing down someone that you need to kill in order to carry on chasing down the remainder of the enemy team, you need that kill, and Highlander will allow you to get that kill.
And this is the biggest reason why I build attack speed, movement speed, crit chance. Because if you get attack speed and movement speed and crit chance, then with additional attack speed with your Highlander, additional attack damage with your WuJu Style, and your chasing ability, Alpha Strike, plus freaking Double Strike, your passive, oh my god!
Oh yeah. It goes insane. Like, heck, even if you're just going attack speed straight up the butt damage Yi, that Yi will literally, he'll wreck your champions, he'll wreck your towers, he'll wreck your inhibs, and he'll wreck your nexus. Like, if you leave that Yi with that much attack speed alone in one of your lanes, that lane will be gone. You'll blink and you go from 2 towers to your inhib. It's nuts.
What I don't like about Highlander is, on AP Master Yi, it loses its potential. You get the additional movement speed, and you get the ability to not be slowed. But once you use Alpha Strike, there goes all of your damage.
Yeah, this is something.
So what the heck is...
This is something I'll bring up mostly when we cover that build of Yi, but I completely compensate with you on that. It's why do you need Highlander if you're going AP Yi?
And that's the reason why I don't build APE, but we'll talk about that a little bit later.
We'll come up to that in a bit, but yeah, those are Yi's abilities. Overall, nice. There's nothing 100% wrong with those abilities, they're just nice. Overall. I'll give them a thumbs up. I like it. Now,
next up,
the builds. The builds for Yi. First things first, get this out of the way, in your face, AD Yi. Yes.
Attack damage Yi is the only way to build Master Yi in my eyes.
Like AD Yi, you either go straight attack damage, attack speed Yi, you go attack speed crit Yi, or you just go, as I've seen some people do, you just do attack speed Yi. It's not viable, but it's possible, because if you just go straight attack speed Yi, you're just a turret wrecker. That's all you do. You wreck turrets, and you win, just by doing that.
Well, also, I agree with the turret wrecking, but I like to get the movement speed and attack speed specifically for chasing and hunting down champions.
Oh, I love that. Like, movement speed, with attack speed, with Highlander, already it sounds like OMG you're not getting away. But then you combine that with Alpha Strike, which is basically, oh no, you're still too fast for me, but guess what? I'm now on your arse. It adds up. And then you activate WuJu Style, you're fucked. Basically, if you're being chased by a Master Yi, you better make sure you have something that can screw Yi over, or you're screwed. Like, if there's a Master Yi chasing down an Alistar, and the Alistar has his knock up and knockback, then Yi's chase might be wasteful. But if they're on cooldown, and Yi's just chasing a really weak Alistar, you're dead.
Also, Nasus has one of the most stupid, powerful, dangerous, ridiculously retarded slows in the entire game.
He
Master
is...
Yi.
Like, trust us, when eventually we will hit Nasus and we will review his slow, but Nasus's slow is the slow.
Master Yi laughs at that slow.
Yeah, you get hit by Nasus's slow, you Highlander, and that slow's just like what? Why is this not working? Why? do I have to turn it off and turn it back on again? It's just wow.
However, Yi absolutely hates stuns, snares, immobilizes.
Knockups.
It's just, if you can manage to stop him, not slow him, but completely stop him, that will screw over Yi, and that will most likely make him say, you know what, screw it, you're not worth the time.
Yeah. I think like one of the best plays I ever saw anyone when they were running away from a Master Yi that had Highlander activated. Like, this was a Rise that was literally on the verge of dying. One hit from a Yi, and he would be dead. He was running away, back to his base, Yi was chasing him, and Yi had Ghost activated, and Highlander activated, and was just running. He was just running. He didn't have Alpha Strike's cooldown, but he was just running, and he knew he could grab Rise. And as soon as he was about to touch Rise, what does Rise do? Turn around, immobilize, flash out of the way, he's gone. And Yi's just standing there thinking, I just wasted my ultimate and my ghost for this. This is why Highlander is not OP, because it can be stopped so much. It can't be slown, but it can be stopped, which is harsh.
But in other cases, if it's a 5v5 scenario, and all the enemy team can do is slow, or Master Yi can manage to dodge every single stun and suppress and whatnot, then all you have to do is Highland out of there. You wasted your ultimate, but at least you freaking live.
Exactly. Like, Master Yi is, I'll chase you down and try to kill you, or I'm way out of, like, I'm out of position. The entire enemy team is on my arse. I'm gonna Highlander the hell out of here so I can live.
Now, APE.
Oh.
Actually, first of all, Mr. Hybrid Master.
Yes, yes. Like, before, like, there's gonna be a lot of rant. Like, it's gonna be a rant-induced situation when we touch APE. Because I have a lot to rant about when it hits. But Hybrid Yi, why do I not see Hybrid Yi? It's perfectly viable.
I see Hybrid Yi, but I never build it. I build a little bit hybrid. The big item that I get from Master Yi that benefits from all of his abilities is Trinity Force.
Oh, Trinity Force on Yi is just the shit.
I remember a long time ago, Lunchbox and I were both wrestling to play with Master Yi as soon as we got the game. And I experimented a little bit. He kept going all the Phantom Dancers, so he kept going fast, crit, fast, crit, fast, crit. I got Trinity Force. I wasn't critting as much, and I wasn't as fast. But the Phage slows the target down. So that suffices for the movement speed that I lost from the Phantom Dancer. And his Sheen gives him additional damage from his auto attack, including his double strike. And if you're having mana problems, the Mana Crystal helps. The ability power powers up your Alpha Strike and your Meditate, and then the attack damage powers up Yi's auto attacks, including his WuJu Style and Highlander. It's overall the item for Master Yi if you're building attack damage or hybrid.
Very true. Like, AD Yi with Trinity Force is just badass. Hybrid Yi with Trinity Force is a must-have. Like, if you're doing Hybrid Yi, you need Sheen as soon as possible. And you can keep Sheen for the entire game and then build Trinity Force last after you have, like, your Rage Blade and your Gun Blade or two other hybrid items, and you're fine. Because Sheen just does the work by itself. But as soon as you add Phage to it, and you can slow people, and then you add the finished Trinity Force on top, you're just king. That's Hybrid Yi in a nutshell. Like, I can understand why I don't see him as much, and it's because professional play, Hybrid is still very on the professional side. Because they're all like, we have straightforward AD, AP, tank builds. Why would we try mixing it up with a hybrid build? It just doesn't add up. I can kind of understand why it's not in professional play, but I would like to see it in professional play, just so that people get to know that yes, hybrid is a build, and you can do it.
Just note that if you are going to go hybrid, I would personally, first of all, TheXploder, how would you build Hybrid Yi?
I would build Hybrid Yi, so start with boots and pots. You would get
Not
Sheen.
specific build. I mean, would you get attack damage, attack speed, movement speed, ability power?
Oh, like when I say hybrid on Yi, like Yi hybrid is very different to other hybrids, because, like, I'm mostly a huge fan of the hybrids like Twisted Fate and Ezreal, where you can just build AD and AP on them, and they just become the houses that can almost one-shot you on everything. While for Master Yi, he's a completely different state, where you have to have the AP and the AD in order to balance out the Alpha Strike damage with your actual double strikes and WuJu Style damage. But you also need the attack speed and the movement speed to back it all up. This is why, for hybrid building with Yi, Trinity Force, yes, get it. But you will also need to consider getting the Phantom Dancers, the mobs or boots of swiftness, anything that can basically make you faster whilst you're also doing damage with all of your abilities put together, is key to a hybrid Master Yi.
And actually, TheXploder, I just looked up, in one of my games, I just looked up the difference between Phantom Dancer and Trinity Force. Phantom Dancer isn't what it used to be anymore. Trinity Force actually gives you more movement speed than Phantom Dancer does,
Wow.
surprisingly. So, I would say Trinity Force is actually a bigger requirement than Phantom Dancer now.
Even on AD?
Yes.
Wow.
AP is a little bit different story.
Like, I can,
But,
I can still understand the Phantom Dancer if you're going... Well, I'm guessing that the Phantom Dancer gives you more crit.
Actually, I'm not
doesn't
sure
it?
about the crit, but I know that the Phantom Dancer gives you a brand new unique passive, which will allow you to ignore unit collision, which is pointless if you have Ghost. So, I go Ghost when I go Master Yi. If I'm laning, I go Ghost Exhaust. If I'm jungling, forget Exhaust, I get Smite.
Yeah.
But because I have Ghost, I have no need for Phantom Dancers, so I just get Trinity Force.
Exactly.
But if you don't get Ghost, then Phantom Dancer will help a little bit.
Yeah. It's a matter of situation and whether you need the extra. If you need the extra outside of Highlander, then get it. If you don't need the extra outside of Highlander, there's no need.
Me personally, I have not tried Hybrid Master Yi, but I would imagine that I would build a little bit of ability power for the Alpha Strike and Meditate, but I want to still focus on Highlander and WuJu Style, so I would still get attack speed, movement speed, and critical chance, and maybe even a little bit of attack damage. I know that Rage Blade would definitely be in one of my builds.
Oh, Rage Blade is a guarantee now. And plus, as of the recent pre-season 3 patch, did you know Rage Blade has a brand new unique passive?
What is that passive?
So get this, Rage Blade has always had the passive where it stacks up 8 times, and those 8 times you get 4% more attack speed and you get 4 ability power for each stack. So basically take those 4s, times them by 8 on the max stacks. That's what you'll be getting when you're hitting that fast. And Rage Blade just makes it worth it, just with that alone. Now, the unique passive is just fantastic. When you drop below a certain health threshold, you get 10% lifesteal and 10% spell.
That's pretty awesome.
That alone on any hybrid is insane. That on Yi, with the stacks on Rage Blade naturally, just makes it... Wow. You need this on hybrid Yi. Heck, it's even viable on AD Yi now. Just because of the spell ban. I mean, just because of the lifesteal. It's just great. So...
Alright, are we...
Yeah, but we're done with hybrid Yi. We've gone on long enough. But basically...
Are we ready to go raging about AP Yi?
Oh, am I ready? Oh, I've been waiting for this.
So first things first.
AP.
Alpha Strike is motherfucking OP if you're being APE.
Literally, APE in the mid lane with a full AP page at level 1 with an amplifying tome to start. You are raping that mid laner already. And it's level 1, it's beginning of the game. You're raping your lane already. Just with Alpha Strike. You don't even need
Not to mention... Oh crap, I'm low on health. Meditate.
Yes.
Oh wait, never mind.
It's like all of a sudden, oh no, I'm being heavily damaged by my opponent in mid. What am I going to do about this situation? With full health in a second. What? Nah. Like, APE with Alpha Strike and Meditate just makes him like, holy shit, AP's a viable option.
Also,
but
keep in mind, Highlander refreshes all of your cooldowns. So, activate Highlander, Alpha Strike, kill, Alpha Strike, double kill, Alpha Strike, triple kill, Alpha Strike, you kill 2 enemies in one blow, pentakill. The fuck?
That, it is literally APE plus that combo. That's the pentakill combo for Yi. If you want a pentakill on Yi, you go straight up the butt Yi and you do that on Yi. You're pretty almost guaranteed to get a pentakill if you manage it right. It's nuts. Absolutely
And
nuts.
if you leave Master Yi alone to have meditate, and no one has ignite, and no one has anything to stop him, then he's just gonna tank all the damage, and he will be the tank, while everyone else is killing everyone around him.
It's very true. You might take the actual tank out of the equation, but Yi's still there, and he's taking the brunt of all the damage, because you're like, oh look, it's Yi, I want to kill him. Meditate, no damage taken, still healing butt tons, got the magic resist, got the armor, I ain't moving. And then he comes out and meditate, alpha strikes your asses, and you all die, and you're like, what the fuck, what the hell, Yi hacks? No, meditate. It's nuts.
And this is another reason why I despise APE. I refuse to play any kind of OP champion, including freaking APE.
I think I also understand, like, I might be wrong in saying this, but I understand, like, there are tournaments out there that have actually banned the use of APE.
Really?
Just because of the fact that APE has been seen as either a non-viable option or has just been seen as a, like, in the right hands, it's just seen as an OP powerhouse that completely changes the course of the game. Because if you do not have a person on your team that can counter an APE with Ignite, with, like, an ability that cuts down health regen or any regenerative abilities whatsoever, then Yi's just gonna go around the place and kill your asses every day, all day. It just sums it up.
So, can we go back to DPS and Jungle Yi for a second, laning and jungle?
Wait, in 1 second. There's
Alright.
one thing that, like, obviously we've said Alpha Strike, Meditate, Highlander, APE, makes him OP. Then what's so bad about it? The bad thing is that if you go APE, you're completely neglecting two of the key things that make Yi, his passive and his WuJu Style.
Yes, I agree there.
Because his passive, every seventh hit, if you're going AP, you're not going to hit fast whatsoever. You're just going to be APing the shit. You're going to be having the cooldowns on your Q, and that's it. You're not even going to give two shits about that. Then WuJu Style, look at me, I have all the attack speed, I have all the attack damage in the world, too bad I'm going AP.
Yeah.
What the hell? You've just wasted two great abilities on a DPS AD champ. That, yeah.
While AP Yi, while AD Yi, you have use of all of his abilities in some shape or form. Alpha Strike is great for chasing. Alpha Strike is great for farming. If you're low on health, Meditate is a good sustain. It sucks up a lot of your mana and it sucks up a lot of your farming time, but it helps, especially in the jungle. And WuJu Style, come on, it's attack damage.
Yeah.
And Highlander, come on, it's movement speed and attack speed. And let's not forget about Double Strike.
Oh yeah. It's just like the AD builds for Yi. You have the AD and hybrid builds. You have more viable options because you can use everything and benefit from everything. Whilst with APE, you're just mainly using your Alpha Strike, your Highlander, and your Meditate. You don't give two craps about your passive or your WuJu Style. Where in League of Legends, if you neglect one of your abilities, that could be the difference between getting a kill and getting raped.
So, I have a small comment on laning and jungle Yi AD.
Okay.
So, jungle Yi is viable. He is
Yes.
a really good jungler, and he can clear out the jungle pretty good. The problem is he has no crowd control, so ganking is hard unless he has a partner that can initiate that crowd control.
Very true.
So, and I remember that I used to be going to dual lane top or dual lane bottom a long time ago before tank, solo top, and AD carry and support bottom were introduced. But nowadays, if you don't want to jungle Yi as AD, where do you go? He's too squishy to go top, and bottom is reserved for support and AD carry, and then mid is reserved for AP.
Preferably ranged AP.
Yeah, but there are a few exceptions.
Yeah, there are a
But
few exceptions
where do
here.
you go if you want to lane as DPS Yi?
It's tough, isn't it? Like, the only viable option now for DPS Yi, if you are not jungling with him, is solo top. And you just go, you have to change your build so that you are hardy DPS Yi, so that you still have the attack speed, but you have a lot more armor and magic resist than you would normally have.
And that's what I don't like about Master Yi right now.
Exactly.
There's not
You
that
have
many
to-
places he can go.
Yeah, you have to, like, the thing is with Master Yi, he is your up the butt melee, I will kill you champion. However, how the pro leagues and how everyone's playing right now, Master Yi doesn't have a place. There is no lane that will house him, apart from mid, if he's going AP, which is obviously the option. And then, yes, Yi can jungle, and he's great at doing it, but unless you have Rylai's Crystal Scepter, Phage, or Frozen Mallet, or something that has crowd control upon ganking a lane, your jungle's pretty much useless. And yes, unless you're just going to use Yi as a blatant anti-jungle jungle, which you shouldn't have to play him as. He is a killer. You want
However,
to kill things.
I have jungled Yi in like a few games ago, and I was doing really well, mostly because all of my teammates had some sort of crowd control. I don't remember who was mid, but I remember I think Volibear was top, so all he really did was fling, and that was an easy kill. Also, anyone pushing really, really hard are easy targets for Master Yi, because all he has to do is activate Ghost, and he's really, really fast. And now they just have nowhere to run. Yeah, they can use Flash, but you can use Alpha Strike.
Exactly. Like, it's just like it. I don't want to say this, but I kind of have to say this due to how this review's gone. In obviously this is mostly for professional play, but even in standard play, it's getting more and more serious. There is a chance that in the near future there will be 0 places for Yi. It's sad, but there might be a chance that Yi might become completely outdated.
That's the first time I ever heard that, and I don't want that to happen.
Exactly. We love Yi. Like, everyone that plays as Yi or plays against Yi, we love Yi. Yi has fantastic skins.
Actually, I hate him if I'm facing him.
Well,
especially
yeah.
if he's fed.
Well, yeah, you hate him if you're against him, but when you play as him, you love him. He is a lovable champ. He's one of the originals, and he's lovable. He is Yi, and there's a big worry of we might not see Yi at all in the near future. It's sad.
But I think I think the reason why they're keeping Yi as he is and keeping his IP and RP really, really low is to give a champion for all the beginner players to play as. And
yeah.
Master Yi is a very, very basic champion.
Oh hell yeah.
I highly recommend, if you want to, I wouldn't say jungle, but if you want to play as some kind of AD carry, and you want to get insanely fed, and you want to carry like hell, I highly recommend Master Yi as a beginning champion.
Yeah, like Master Yi is and always has been the training champion. You want to be an AD carry, Master Yi is the guy that will basically help you train up to become the AD carry. But in the future, after you've used Yi as a helper, the master will just sit on his throne and watch as the student just goes his own way.
That's what I'm feeling.
Master Yi sadly doesn't have a place. And he needs a place. A viable place at that. It's sad, but it's
true.
It's the sad truth. It slightly makes me cry. It slightly makes me cry, because Yi's awesome.
So how are we going to wrap this up, TheXploder?
Well, we've looked at everything Yi has to offer. We've said what we like and don't like. It's time we give him a score out of 10. It's about time we do it. So, keeping this in mind, number 1 means he needs a serious revamp right now. Number 10 is, he's absolutely perfect, he's spot on, do not touch him whatsoever. And then 5 is obviously the in-betweeny. He's meh, but he's yeah. That's the basic.
So do you want me to go first, or do you want to go first?
Go ahead. What do you think of Yi? What score do you think he deserves?
They updated his portrait, which is awesome. They kept a lot of his abilities as they are, and they have not buffed him and they have not changed him. I love that. That's exactly as it should be. However, I think that they need to tweak him a little bit so that, well, actually that's just opinionated. I absolutely hate APE, and I think DPSC is the only option. But obviously, both are viable, and hybrid is also viable. So that's plus points for Master Yi, actually. Negative points for me. I think that they need to rework his actual in-game looks, and they really should update his dance, and they should update his graphics, and they should also give him a joke. He has a joke, but he doesn't have a joke animation. So because of just he needs to be updated in game, but not ability wise. I think I would give him about an 8.
Oh, pretty high. That's
he's
quite cool.
He's a really good champion. He's a really powerful champion, and he's totally viable in any way. But he needs a graphic update.
Yeah. Well, that's a good score. That's a good score. To be honest with you, I'm on a completely different bandwagon. Like, I love Yi, but it kind of hurts me how Yi is going at this moment in time. Like, his dance, his jokes, his taunts, his animations slightly need to be tweaked and updated. I still feel that some of his portraits are slightly out of date and need to be touched up a little bit. Like, his original portrait now is just awesome. I just feel like his other portraits are just slightly lacking in areas. But mostly the in-game stuff, the fact that he might not necessarily have a place in professional or standard play anymore, well, standard level 30 play, I mean. It just saddens me. It saddens me to give him the score that I'm going to give him as well, but I'm going to have to give Yi a 4.
Really?
Out of 10. I'm going to have to give him 4.
Just because Master Yi does not have a place?
It's not just that. It's a lot of things about Yi. I just think Yi needs to be, like, I think Yi is one of the originals that Riot obviously loves. We know Riot loves Yi. It's there. We know it. But Yi is mostly seen as the champion you use to get used to League of Legends. Whilst I want Yi to be that champion and more. I want him to be the champion everyone fears in professional play. But it's not going to happen. Unless Riot look at Yi and just think, how can we get Yi back in professional play? Unless they do that, I don't see Yi going any further than level 1 to 20 play. Standard.
I understand where you're coming from, but here's what I have to say about that, about beginning champions and stuff like that. Because Master Yi is beginner level and really easy to play, he's fun to play when he's at early levels. But once you're at level 30 and you mastered all of his mechanics, then you're going to want to start to look at other more challenging champions. And that's when Master Yi is kind of left behind.
Yeah, he kind of fades out later on in your League of Legends lifespan. You get your rune pages, you get your mastery pages, you start learning more and more about all these different champions, and then Yi just gets put to one side. And to me, I think that's why Yi deserves a 4. I just think he's still a great, viable champion, don't get me wrong. I just think he needs to be looked at by Riot and rethinked a little bit, just to see if they can bring him back into the pro and into the standard play again. I want to see Yi back. But until I see more serious Yi players, and I'm not, like, don't get me wrong, AP Yi is a viable option, but that's not serious Yi in my eyes. I want serious AD DPS crit Yi, and until I see that, he's going to be a 4 for me.
And if Riot Games can give him at least a champion spotlight,
yes,
then it'll give all the level 30s a chance to say, remember when I was Yi and I was overpowered? I want to do that again.
Like, it will give you that burst of nostalgia, and everyone will be like, wait a minute, Yi's still here. Why am I not playing?
Yeah.
and it might even bring in a new meta to the game, where you might have a ranged top, a ranged mid, a ranged support, and a melee AD carry. Maybe. I might be going crazy about creating new metas, but that might just happen. But yeah, for me, 4 out of 10. Simple as. And on that note, it's been quite a nice review, I have to say. We've covered Yi. It's slightly saddened me a bit now that we've looked into it, because I want to cry, quite frankly. I don't want to give Yi a 4, but I have to. It's just so sad. I want to give him an 8. But my heart is telling me I cannot give him an 8. It's sad. But it's been a great review regardless. Thank you, Killer, for being involved. I hope you've enjoyed yourself.
No problem.
It's been good, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It's definitely been good. Will you be back for another review in the future?
Absolutely.
Fantastic. And of course as well, if any of you guys out there, whether you're pro, new, or in between, want to be involved in any of these reviews for any champion in the future at all, or if you just have a recommendation of what you would like us to review next on this show, then please leave your comments in the comment section below, and we'll be more than happy to obviously read your comments and, well, see what you have to say about our review, see what you have to say about Master Yi, as well as see whether you want to be involved or you just have a suggestion for next time. But until next time, that's Killer4716. Damn right it is. And I'm Domus900 AKV Expert. Do you have any last parting words, Killer?
I'll see you on the Justice.
There you go. He'll see you there. And ladies and gentlemen, until next time, like I always say, goodbye fellow gamers, goodbye. And we will be seeing you guys on the battlefield.